What's going on, everybody? This is Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity, and my job is to invoke thought to help awaken the world's consciousness one person at a time. Hopefully that person is you. Now, this subject I want to get into is very, very, very near and dear, and this possibly will change your life if you actually master it. Now, there will be a lot of conflict to master this, and I want to sit down. I'm sitting down. I want you to sit down. And I want to have a conversation about the law of attraction. Now, I'm sure you've heard about the law of attraction, but you might not believe it quite yet. You might not believe it's real. You might believe it's fake. You might have read the book The Secret. You might have studied Esther Hicks and Abraham and all that stuff. But I want to explain how the law of attraction has worked for me through my experiences. And hopefully that will help you out, because the law of attraction is great when you actually master it. It becomes to the point where, what is the law of attraction, right? What is that? If you ever heard law of attraction, that means your thoughts become things. By thinking, you can manifest your reality, right? Well, right now, if you don't believe me, that means your analytical mind, your left side of your brain, is at a conflict. And that is the hardest part of getting to the law of attraction, because you have to remove that conflict of your analytical side of your brain. So you have two sides of your brain. You have the left side, which is the analytical, and you have the right side, which is the creative ability brain part of your brain, the part that believes and just goes with the flow, right? Now, the analytical side will fight you a lot. Now, I wrote down my 10 things that I went through for the law of attraction that it actually works for me. It's working for me right now. It's the reason why you're here watching me. It's the reason why everything that I ever wrote down on paper and used is actually coming to life. Now, let's go into the first thing. When I started to struggle a whole lot with my business, with partnerships and everything, I wanted to figure out how I can make my reality better. So I wanted to manifest things, but I had to learn how to manifest. Now, at the time, I started to listen to a guy named Kevin Trudeau, right? And he was breaking it down in one of his, he has I think a 12-part CD thing on YouTube where you can actually find and you can look at where he's explaining this stuff to people who actually pay like $10,000 just to come see him on some kind of a trip. And he's breaking down the law of attraction on another level. And that was the day the time where around September where everything opened up for me. And I had to realize that I had to change my thoughts so my reality can become different. And that's when you also realize that your thoughts make your current reality at that point where you are. So if you think negative and you get negative results, it's probably because of you. Not probably, it's because of you and your thoughts. If you always think that you're going to fail at something or something bad is going to happen to you, then probably it's going to happen to you, because it's what you give the most of your energy to. Now, the law of attraction, I wrote down a list because I can jump around with the law of attraction all day long. But when I started to conflict with myself, I'm like, well, I need a car, I need new clients, but my current situation is telling me that none of that stuff is going to happen, and I have to believe something different can happen more than my analytical mind can pretty much make, comprehend, So I have to literally change my thoughts. Now, if you understand the way we are now, you know that we're very negative people. We're extremely negative when it comes to certain things, because it's the way the society's set up, TV's set up to become negative, to be afraid of things, especially things that have never happened to you or seem out of reach. But let me tell you right now, there's nothing out of reach to you. What's out of reach is your thoughts and your mind and your negativity against your positivity. Now, you have to kind of have like a childlike mentality about yourself, because a child can understand the law of attraction very easily. You believe it, you think it, you believe it, and it just happens, right? But as adults, we've already experienced failure. We've already experienced loss. We've already experienced doubt. And that doubt brings up what they call resistance. Now, resistance is like a barrier that's going to stop anything that's coming to you. So what I did was I got certain things, in my life is going to help me with stop the resistance. First, I learned how to meditate. And I learned how to center myself, because until you learn how to center yourself, you're going to be all over the place. I'm talking about 5 to 15 minutes a day just for you, quiet, to center yourself. You can listen to binaural. I listen to a lot of binaural beats on YouTube. I used to listen to them all the time. I don't need them anymore, but binaural beats healed my brain. There's certain frequencies that can heal your brain. Like one side plays one frequency, the other side plays the other frequency, and both of your brain tries to make sense of it, and the frequencies actually heal your brain. Look at Robert Monroe. They actually started this stuff. And when you listen to binaural beats, this stuff can heal your brain. Like they have binaural beats for negativity, positivity, energy, focus, clarity, sleeping. I did all of it, and I meditated, and meditation is when you sit there and you focus on your breathing. Like you try to clear your mind. People like don't think you can clear your mind. You can clear your mind. You gotta kill a lot of things inside of you first if you want this to work. Now when it starts to working, it's like magic. You can manifest anything that you want to manifest. And a lot of the great people who are millionaires in society, they all talk about, like P. Diddy was talking about vibration. They try to take out vibration, like in The Secret. Vibration was in that book a whole lot. In what's the guy name? I forget his name. Robert Greene or whatever. I forget his name. He wrote Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. His original book had the vibration in it a lot, and they took out vibration because they understand whatever you vibrate, you bring to you. So if you vibrate money, you bring money to you. Now, people are like, well, how do I vibrate money without money, right? Well, you have to literally manifest it. You have to create the feeling of money before you have it so it can come to you, because money comes to you as if you vibrate it. Now, I might lose some people in this, but that's cool too, because you can go if you're not ready for it. But people who are ready to listen to how to actually change your reality, it all depends on you. Law of attraction is literally everything around you all the time. And it's you. You bring everything around you all the time to you, whether it's a car accident to something bad happening to you. It probably happened because you were thinking it. And that's hard to take in, but I understand. Like I said, I could talk about this all day, but the first thing I started to do, I meditated and I went outside and I grounded myself in the earth, which means I went outside every morning and I walked on the earth without no shoes on, and I opened my arms like this and I went to the sun and I just said, I am. And then I started to write a list of everything that I was good at, because a lot of people don't think they're good at certain things, right? They don't think they're good at certain things. So you have to remind yourself what you're good at and what you've already accomplished, because it gives you confidence to think something more can happen. And if you already are vibrating failure, that you can't do anything in life, then you will always have what you always thought you could have, which is nothing, or whatever you have now. If the only thing that you can have, like a little house or apartment, that's all you're going to have, because you don't think nothing else can happen based off your current situation. But anything that's going on in your life, you can change. And when you start to change things, it's going to be like, you think it's coincidence, but it's not. It's actually you. And it's going to feel like it's magic. And it's you, right? Because you are the magic behind it all. The secret is behind your thoughts and everything, because your thoughts become things. Now, I wrote down a list of about 25 things, the things that I was good at. You are a great lover. You are a great mechanic. You have graduated this, and that. You are a great nutritionist. You are a great trainer. I had to tell myself what I was good at to believe that I could, to get myself out of the fear and failure mindset. And then on the other paper, and I said this morning and night. Before I went to bed, I wanted positive thoughts, because that's what's going to happen. If you go to bed with negative thoughts, you're 9 times out of 10 you're gonna wake up in a shitty ass mood, right? When you wake up with negative thoughts, you're gonna have a bad day. Your whole day is gonna be terrible. Like if you're raining, I swear it's terrible outside. I'm raining. Like, you gotta understand that whatever happens to you is because of you and your thoughts. So when I woke up in the morning, I said this back to myself. Every single one, I hung it on a door that I could not miss every day, right? And then on the second paper I wrote everything that I wanted within the next year or so. And they say you shouldn't give yourself a time limit. So don't give yourself a time limit, because you might eliminate certain things that could happen in your life for that certain stuff to happen. So you have to eliminate your time limit. But let me give you an example. I had lost my car in July, right? And my circumstances would tell me that I wasn't getting another car, but I had to believe Like, you have to kind of be delusional about it. Like, if your credit is terrible and you are broke to the end and you say, I'm getting a new car, I don't care how it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You have to literally go from belief into knowing. I know this is going to happen. I don't care. I don't have the specifics down. I don't have the paperwork down, but I know it's going to happen. And if you believe it without a shadow of a doubt, something is going to happen. Now, I want you to take away what you think is going to happen out the mix. I want you to take away that I'm going to get a loan from somebody, because that's going to cut every possibility out that could happen. You literally could, somebody could, just say, I just want to give you my car, or you got to take away all circumstances in your mind. That's your analytical side of your mind saying, well, this is how it has to happen. This has to happen, line up. And you'll stress yourself out, and you'll cause resistance, and it won't happen for you. So you have to literally take it out. Now, what I did was I was driving a car, and it wasn't my car. I used to put in that car a picture of a car. And I used to imagine myself inside the car. I used to do visualization techniques because my mind is really, really good at visualizing myself. And I used to feel the feeling of me driving my new car. I didn't want to put out what kind of car I was going to get. Well, I knew what year. I knew around what year. I didn't just put a year. I just said, okay, 2012 and up. I just knew I wanted a newer car, reliable car. And I just felt like I was happy with what I had. You have to be grateful for what you already have. First thing, you got to be grateful, because if you're not grateful, you're not going to get more. So you got to understand that you got to be grateful for what you have. Now, I was in a car and I'm driving. I feel like I'm already in my new car, and I was happy. I already brought the feeling of a new car to me, and then all of a sudden it happened. Everything that I ever wrote down on paper, I start writing down. They say you write stuff down on paper, right? And the paper, pretty much, you don't want to care about the paper, like what happens to the paper. So just write it down on paper and just let the paper go wherever it goes. So you don't gotta look at it every day, like things that you already gonna have, and just say it back to yourself one time, and then be done with it, and just believe somewhere along the line it's going to happen in the way and just how you say it's going to happen. I'm going to have a house. I'm going to have a car. I'm going to have a new career. I'll have new friends. Whatever. You have to believe it can happen. Before anything, you have to believe it. But you have to feel the feeling. Now, if you want money, stop thinking about money. Feel the feeling that money brings when you buy what you want to buy that makes you feel good. Now, if you want money to go on vacation, imagine yourself on vacation, right? And then feel the feeling of you on vacation. And keep on feeling it every day. Now, when you start feeling that, your negativity inside your mind will start to change. And when you start to say it back to yourself in your head, like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, it starts to happen. Things will start to manifest in your life. Now, let's go into another one. Now, I opened up my chakras. You have chakras in your body, right? You have your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plex chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your third eye, and your crown chakra. Because you have blocks inside your body. And I'll have another whole video about chakras, right? But as you're looking at the pictures, you have chakras all through your body. And you must open these to clear certain blocks, because you have blocks in your body. Everybody has them. Now, you got like I said, I also had a book. And the book pretty much was what was going to happen in my life. And you have to rate everything that's going to happen. Say I'm going to be a millionaire, right? If you believe that over if you're over an 8 and you believe it, write down the book. Whatever you believe over an 8, write down the book. If you don't believe it over an 8, then you're going to create doubt and it's not going to happen. But if you believe it over an 8, write down the book. And I kept that book. It's called my dream book. What is going to happen in my life? And I put down my intensity facility. I put down my YouTube station was going to blow up. I put down I was going to get a whole new clientele. I put down I was going to impact the world. And within 6 months of holding on to that thought, regardless of whatever situation was going on with me, regardless of where I was at, it happened. It's happening now. 4,000 and some odd change subscribers and growing every day. And it's like it's magic. The last 2 weeks ago, my kids were on the basketball court. I didn't feel like spending $12 on a basketball court, but I said, you're going to get a basketball court. I don't know how it's going to happen. You're going to get it. Somebody knocks on my door 2 days later and says, there's a basketball court down the street. It's just like the one that kids want, clear backboard and everything. I'll take a picture of it and put it up here. Clear backboard and everything. Now my kids have a basketball court. 6 months ago, the place that I was living, I did not like it. And I said, I'm going to move. I don't know where I'm going to move. I'm going to move into a house. I don't know how, where, or when. I'm going to move into a house. And I didn't put any specifics behind it. I said it's going to happen. I'm in a house right now with a backyard for my kids to play in and go outside whenever they want to go outside and have fun. Got a creek out back, got a giant backyard, and it happened. You know, back then, if I would have believed what was going on at the point was going to happen, no. I said, I'm tired of doing classes and I want to help more people. So something happened where I just said, I'm done classes. I just said, whatever, I'm stepping out. I'm done classes. And now I'm helping hundreds of thousands of people. It's magic. So first thing of the law of attraction, you must remove the resistance from your life, from your mind. You must remove it. It must go. It must fly away. And it's going to be very hard, and you will conflict within yourself literally almost every day. Every day it's going to be a conflict. Because it doesn't make sense. How is it going to happen? That part of your brain needs to shut the hell up. Because you need to let the right side of your brain take over. I'm telling you right now. But besides that, this is my first step of the law of attraction. Take the first step, and we'll get into a little bit deeper exercise that you can do. And then start manifesting. You'll start manifesting certain things that you didn't even believe is going to feel like it's magic. It's not magic. You want to put magic on it, you can go ahead and put magic. It's magic. But you got to understand. You got to believe it first. Once you believe it, watch the greatness is going to happen. Besides that, this is Coach Reg, a.k.a. Mr. In10sity. And my job is to invoke thought, help awaken the world's consciousness, one person at a time. Hopefully that person is